Welcome back. We'll be going into chapter 1.4, which is the numerical calculation. Okay. So what we need here is the dimensional homogeneity. What does it mean by dimensional homogeneity? It means both sides of the equal sign has the same unit. Okay. Okay. Let's look at distance equals to speed multiplied with time. So what is speed's unit? It's meter per second. Example. Yeah. And then we have multiply with time. Okay, and then we have distance. This is distance, m. So you see, when you solve this two, you will end up having meter. So this is the meaning of dimensional homogeneity. So you must have the same unit here on the left and on the right of the equal sign. Otherwise, it is not dimensional homogeneous, and you cannot solve the question. Okay. Now, appropriate number of significant figure would be 3 or 4. Yeah, it depends on the calculations itself. You go to the lower significant figure of the calculation itself, then you, based on that, your final answer should be at the lower significant figure. Okay. Now you also must be very consistent about rounding off. Okay. Remember one thing, you only round off the final answer. As you are going through with your calculation from the steps here, from top to bottom, do not round off the value that is on top. Because when you round off, you have deviated from the final answer. So the accuracy of the final answer will be a bit far from the actual answer. So only round off the final answer. So how do you round off? Okay, anything that's greater to 5, you put a 0 at the back. So 28 becomes 30. Anything below than 5, you just reduce them. Okay, I think this, you have done this in your school. Yeah, so you can understand what is round off, right? This is very important. Okay. Okay, I'm going to skip the concept quiz. You can just go through your lecture note by yourself for that. Now we're going to move on to chapter 1.5, which is the general procedure for analysis. So what is the steps that is involved in solving the what do you call the question itself? Yeah, when you're given a question, what do you do? The first step is you interpret. You read carefully and determine what is given. Okay, if possible, you take a highlighter, you highlight on the points that is given, or probably you circle on the information that's given. Okay, and then you may need to make assumptions, and you indicate your assumptions. Next step would be to think about the major steps that you'll be taking to solve the given problem. You can think of alternative and creative solution, or you choose the best one. Next would be to execute. Yeah, you execute. So the first thing important is actually the free body diagram. I'll guide you what is free body diagram as we proceed to the next chapter. You need to draw free body diagram. This free body diagram carries marks. Then you write down the appropriate equations, and then you estimate your answer and you calculate. Yeah, so these are the steps that is involved in the working to solve the statics. Not only statics, but also for dynamics, mechanics of material, material science, any engineering subjects. These are the steps to be taken. Okay, so before I end this lecture, I will just go into one example. Yeah, this example is example 1.1 from the textbook. Yeah, so let's look at this question. It actually asks to convert 100 km per hour to meter per second. Oh, there's two questions here. Yeah, the first question is this part. Yeah, this one, to meter per second, and then we have the second question, which is actually asking you to calculate to 24 to meter per second to kilometer per hour. Okay, now I will guide you based on what I've done in my engineering class. Yeah, so my lecturer used to teach this way, like a box, like a matrix. So first thing to do is to write your 100 kilometer per hour. Okay, so what you want at the end of the day, you want meter per second, right? Okay, so you know you need to cancel the kilometer. Okay, so what do? You write 1000 meters divided by kilometer. So at the end of the day, you can cancel the kilometer. Let me just rewrite this. Yeah, just start from fresh, so it's easier for you to understand. Yeah, okay, because the textbook, they don't show you the step by step. Okay, let's look at this. So we have 100 kilometers. Okay, so it's per hour, so you have to place the hour at the bottom. Okay, so your final answer, you want it by meter per second. So you know at the end of the day, this kilometer, you need to convert to meter. So you have to cancel the kilometer, right? Okay, and unit that you want is meter. So 1000 meter is equivalent to kilometer, 1 kilometer, correct? Even you don't write the 1, it's okay because you're multiplying at the end of the day. So next, what you can get here, okay, you see here, you can actually cancel the kilometer and kilometer, leaving you with meter, right? Okay, next is your hour. So now you need to cancel the hour. So how do you do that? I want to get rid of hour. I want second. So 1 hour is 3600 second, correct? So I'm getting rid of hour. So left with second. So what do? You press your calculator. 1000 multiply with 100 multiply with 1000 multiply with 1. Okay, divide by, yeah, press your calculator, yeah, divide by 1 multiply 1, divide by 3600. So that is your final calculation, your unit, which is 27.8. Yeah, that's how you solve this question. Okay, so now let's repeat with this. We have 24 meter per second. So what's the final answer that you want? The question says you want it in kilometer per hour. So what do you have here? You need kilometer, right? So you need to cancel the meter. So we have 1000 meters, which is equivalent to 1 kilometer. And then next you want hour. So you mean you want the hour at the bottom. You need to cancel the second. So 3600 second is equivalent to 1 hour, right? So there's 1 here, there's 1 here. You don't write the 1, it's no problem, yeah. So at the end of the day, what do you do here? Okay, you just take this, multiply with this, divide by this, multiply with this, divide by this. Okay, so that is the final answer, 86.4. Yeah, so I hope you are clear with chapter 1. If you have any queries, any question at all, please do meet me during ask me during the consultation hours or ask me during the class time. Thank you. With that, we have ended chapter 1. Thank you.